Welcome to Rob's Rules, where the rules are simple. They're ours. I'm here. You are there. Thanks for being there. Lots of news is breaking so fast I can't even keep up with it. That I may be making videos for months. But today, we're going to go over Amber Heard's interview. And this week, we're going to play clips of her interview, and I'm going to discuss it and break it down, give you my thoughts. And hopefully, you will tell me your thoughts in the comment section, because usually there's something I forget or I don't even think about. Let's hear what Amber Heard had to say as she speaks out after the verdict.
I think vast majority of this trial was played out on social media. I think that this trial is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok. I think even the most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible to avoid this. Every single day I passed for 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying, "Burn the witch," "Death to Amber." After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized. Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. There was another trial dealt with the same substantive issues that had even more evidence in. In fact, my evidence was largely kept out. Really important pieces of evidence kept out. Done differently, handled differently by a judge instead of a jury.
One of the things Amber Heard says about is that she went for blocks and blocks and blocks and saw Johnny Depp fans hating on her. She blamed social media and said that the jurors, there was no way in hell that they couldn't have heard social media. So she blamed social media for the jurors making their decisions. Always blaming everybody and something else but what really went down. The reason that people are the way they are on Twitter, on Facebook, here on this platform, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, is because they can think outside the box. And when presented with information, these fans are not just Johnny Depp fans. They do their homework. And a lot of people, some people are Johnny Depp fans, and some people are not. They're just domestic violence victims who have become Johnny Depp fans because of what Amber Heard has done to Johnny Depp. And I, for one, can back that horse. You see, I like Johnny Depp. Did I see all his movies? No. But lately, I went to see Minamata and City of Lies. And I can't say I went to see Minamata because at the time I had broken my leg, but I did get to see it. And I gave 2 tickets away because I couldn't make it. I wanted someone else to go. And they did, and they had a good time. I do support Johnny more than ever now. After everything for the last 2 years that I've been covering here on this channel. When you hear someone saying, yes, I physically hurt you, I physically started fights. When you hear those recordings of Johnny Depp pouring his love to her, even though they were going to separate, trying to settle this privately, all she ever does in all these tapes is talk over him. She blames the lawyers, which she did in this case. She blamed the lawyers for evidence that wasn't shown in the courtroom during the case. She doesn't get that there's 2 different courts, there's laws are different everywhere you go. I know this working in a courthouse, that the laws here are not the same in any other state. They're all different. That is why a lawyer in the United States, to let you know, if they pass the bar in one state, doesn't make them a lawyer in another. Now, if they're covering a case and they represent somebody, they have to ask permission, saying, I am a lawyer, I did pass the bar in this state. Therefore, this is my client. I would like to represent them in your state. And most of the time, the courts allow it. Rules are different. Laws are different. things are submitted differently. She couldn't accept that. And what she also doesn't get is she didn't win the case in the United Kingdom. The son did. And when she went against Johnny here in the United States, she lost, like we all knew she would and should have. It wasn't social media. It wasn't the lawyers. It was herself. Amber Heard has no one to blame but her own self. She's the one, during an emotional spat, who admits to physically harming Johnny Depp, to throwing pots and pans at him. Witness after witness after witness have come forward to tell you there was no marks, there was no bruises, from people who were employed by Johnny Depp and people who are not employed by Johnny Depp. From friends, from agents who knew both parties. Amber can't accept that. All she does is blame everybody and say that people all paid off. I didn't know the LAPD was Johnny Depp's friends or employed by him. Psychologists who were hired. They're not hanging out with him. They were hired. Friends who were on both sides at one point, but realized what had happened to the man and had to change. Couldn't talk to Amber anymore. And Isaac Baruch was one of them who said, I could no longer talk to her, and I never did ever again, even though I loved her as much as I loved Johnny. Amber has got no one to blame but herself for what has transpired here. She can blame lawyers, she can blame social media, but the bottom line is, it was her doing, her act, her violent act, her mocking someone and not giving him the time of day to get in a sentence. Didn't want to give his guy a chance to breathe so he could think clearly to try and find a solution to the problem that was going on at hand. She would never allow this. And this is why people on social media believe Johnny Depp, because the evidence is so overwhelming that when you read it and you look at it and you listen to it and you see it, her story just doesn't add up, does it? None of it adds up. None of it makes any sense. And the way that a human being would act at those times that she claimed that things were happening just doesn't add up, because it's not the way somebody who was a true victim would behave with someone who was abusing them. Again, I could tell you that firsthand. This has been Rob of Rob's Rules. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I got a ton more coming for you. I'll see you soon. So hit that notification bell and keep it right here. Till then, take care. I love you. Be well and be safe. I'll see you soon.